and I'm still working on, is I find that I get excited about an idea and I share it before it's time. And then because I put it out there, people talk against it or pray against it or start saying, well, you can't do that. And not that, they can completely hinder it from ever coming to pass, but speaking on things that you're really working on to people who can't really see your vision, they can hinder it by the things and the ways that they pray against you from getting it done. So I've learned that keep your mouth shut, keep your head down, work, talk to God, and then when it's time, it will be revealed.
And in God's timing, He will put the people that you need in your path.
That's true.
A premature release is like dangerous. You run the risk of someone taking your ideas and running with it, and also you run the risk of not having God on your side.
That's true. The most dangerous place to be is to move ahead of God.
Amen.
You have no covering and protection in that area in the way that you should. Anything and everything could happen to you.
And you can tell whenever you're out of the will of God, because that misery sets in so deep. It was a few times I got out of the will and I could feel it, but then I'd be like, ooh, let me step back over here and get back in my place. I could feel when I was, going astray. And it felt horrible. Those feelings that you get that just don't go away and you just can't really let it sit. Those are sometimes whenever we get out of the will of God and we get to where we do not trust God and we want to blame others for where we're at. But if we come back to God and say, well, Lord, I trust you, you'll be surprised how things will begin to line back up for you.
That's true.
Amen.
I know that you're still working on things for this year, so I won't ask you to get too detailed. But is there anything left on your vision board that you have not completed that you want to this year?
It is a few things left on my vision board that I didn't really get to do this year. And you know what? And I can't say that I didn't have the finances, because I did. I just had this, how it gets sometimes. You get to the point where you pay so many bills and you pay to fix this and fix that. Well, you need that break in between there. And so I took a 6-month break from doing the things that I was supposed to do as far as the fixing. So I still have some floors left to do, and I still have, what was it? I had the floors and my queen-size bed. I did not get that. My queen-size bed and my floors. And I was writing that down today. I was like, Jamie, you had the money. You could have done that. But I just got to a place where in my mind where I was like, you know what, I'm going to have faith. I'm going to trust God, and I'm just going to stop for a moment. Because even in doing, even in paying for all the stuff that you need to pay off, it needs to be that little break in between there. You deserve something sometimes. So I was able finally to just do some small, simple things that I needed to do that helped me get through. And then there were some things that I, had to do. But for the most part, those floors, it's my bedroom. I still got to get my bedroom hooked up. I'm still on the little twin. It seems like it's actually by choice when I say it out loud. But, yeah, that part there to get my room back in shape instead of just leaving it as a gym room. I actually want my room back.
It does make a difference. And I know when you get that queen-size bed that you see yourself in, when you finally get it in your room and set up the way you want to.
Yes. Every time I look down that hallway, all I see is my little granddaughters running back there, getting up on my bed, and we watching TV and having our little good times. So I'm telling you, I see it all the time, so I know it's coming. And one of the reasons, too, why I didn't jump on it this year so far, I'm not going to count it out because the year's still, here. One of the reasons, too, because a lot of places I was going, the rates were so high for what I was looking for. I was looking for a Pacific bed because since my accident, I have sciatic nerve trouble back there in my butt, So in my butt, it's these nerves that just ache. And so it's a certain kind of bed that I'm looking for. I'll know it when I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't want to rush into just getting a bed because it says it's queen. Right. I want to make sure I'm actually getting what I want this time. And sometimes that takes time.
And you said a mouthful and something very smart, that you know what it is that you want. You've got a vision of what it is that you want. You're not in a rush. You're going to take your time and look around and see what it is that works best for you, and then you're going to proceed.
Yes, that's exactly right.
And it makes all the difference.
It makes the difference. Timing makes a difference in everything. I think, I honestly think if God really had in his plans for me to have that bed by now, I'd have it by now. But I really, and listen, I thought about that every day. I thought about that bed every day, but it just seems like every time I would go and try to get a bed, it would be something that would just like pull me back and say, it's not time. And why it's like that, I don't know right now. That's maybe something I got to continue to pray on because it's not time. For one thing, I got to get the flow fixed. And so I guess it's the way to do things in order, in decent order, even when it comes down to your own stuff. Do it in decent order.
Yeah, but you've got a list of things that you want to get done, and you've been able to accomplish a lot of them, and you're still working towards those. That's important. I know for me, I actually wanted to move, and I did. I moved into a bigger place, even nicer area of town, and I started a new job.
Amen.
So that was some things that I wanted to do this year. The last thing that I want to do and I was able to find was for somebody to, and I know you know because I've been talking about this forever, was somebody to teach me to sew. And God finally put somebody in my path for that to happen. So now it's just about making sure that we can coordinate our schedules so that we can meet and she can begin teaching me what it is that I really want to learn.
Amen. That's awesome. So let me ask you this, Sister Tanya. How would you describe 2018 in one word?
The word that I gave you previously is empowered. That's empowered for the year. Empowered.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been empowered on so many different levels, things that I wasn't quite sure that I was able to do or I would be able to do. With a plan and me trusting God and me taking those steps, he made sure that I was protected and things opened up for me. If it didn't open up in the direction I was going, I trusted him to guide me in a different path, and it was still wonderful.
Amen. Amen. And that's the thing about Kiva, y'all, is to empower women. It means we're giving you knowledge and wisdom so that you can take authority. You hear that? So that you can take authority and achieve those things that you really want to do, those things that you have written down. That's the purpose of having classes like this, so that you can get some type of direction from it to go forward.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about looking at and determining also if you have a fixed or a growth mindset, because basically the direction that we're taking you in, to even be able to sit and try to develop and follow a vision board, whether you use pictures and postboard or you put it to paper and write out what it is you want to get done, that is somebody who has a growth mindset, because they're challenging their thoughts and they're looking at the situation and asking themselves, how can I improve this? What can I learn here? Whereas if you have a fixed mindset, a vision board is not something you really going to work on. Because you've already talked yourself out of it before you even get to it. Oh, ain't nothing going to change. It's going to be the same way it was last year. That's what you're telling yourself. And if that's what you're telling yourself, then that's what you believe, and that's what's going to happen. Because you put that out there, and you put the behaviors behind what you said for that to happen.
Oh, yes. That is so true. So the things you tell yourself. Go ahead.
You have to understand that when the thoughts that you have follow the thoughts you have, then they follow your actions. Then become your reality. Everything starts off as a thought. Even with God, we were a thought before we became anything physical in this world. We were conceived in His mind.
Amen.
And then He formed us. And He's told us that we will do greater works than He will. So if we are His children, we have His DNA, and we're thinking thoughts, the actions are going to follow what we're thinking.
That's right.
That's if you're like, I need to lose some weight. And then you start thinking about what you can do to make that happen. So you say, I need to lose weight. I want to lose about 20 pounds. You find a meal plan that you want. You take yourself to the grocery store. You get all the food that needs to be on that meal plan for the week for you to follow. You go into your kitchen. You clean out the stuff that you know you're not supposed to be eating, so you're not tempted. You got all the good stuff there. You're doing all of your plans. You had the thought. You put the action in place. What's going to happen next? The results, if you stick with the plan. And that is all. That's what a vision board is. You had a thought. You put your thought into a plan, and then you working that plan and making it an action, and then that action makes it a reality.
That's all. That's what it is. It's your thought. It's your idea. I want to add to that fixed mindset. When you have a fixed mindset, you're basically not looking for no change or no growth, as she said, and you're also going to prevent yourself from learning something new. Whenever you actually believe that you know it all already, then you're not going to learn any other new skills. You're not going to allow anybody to come in and help you or assist you to get to another level because of your beliefs. If your belief is to stay fixed and to continue doing everything the way you're already doing it, then you're never going to grow. You're never going to grow. I see so many times, these adults be 50 and 60 years old, and because their mindset is fixed, they don't think there's nothing else out here in life. But there's plenty of life out here. So open up your mind and be positive to new things, new challenges. Don't be afraid to go through your trials and tribulations, because every trial and tribulation I went through this year, I learned a new skill for everyone. And then it seemed like as soon as I learned that skill, there I was using it.